guys, here I am, up here once again, just to talk about the lovely creation of 2021 of Monday Night Raw. Just when you think it can't get any worse, it does. And it really does. Oh gosh, guys. As always, what is going on? This is the Club with the Man 1993. And I'm here live in front of my green screen, in front of my lights, in whatever world I am behind me, with Drew McIntyre. May want to step away from him for a little bit right now because of his current illness. And Asuka, where's she been lately? I wonder. Oh, that's right. Playing into the shadow, playing second fiddle to Charlotte Flair, who apparently is losing her daddy to Miss I got my blonde hair, I got my blue eyes, I got my big taste of red gloves. Because we're going to talk about how the Nature Boy, whoa, is freaking trying to score high there with someone I'm pretty sure Vince McMahon wish he can go whoa with. We'll talk about that as well. We have Matt Riddle being treated like garbage, talking about promos that make absolutely no freaking sense. And then we had a continued trend on this episode of Raw. See, we had 1, 2, 3 people on the show. Well, technically 4, because one of them was a tag match, and then they fought each other. So technically we had 4 people who wrestled in 2 matches tonight. And for what reasons? What reasons? Well, last night, I'm sorry. Made no sense. Guys, you saw on Twitter, I tried to talk during the show. I tried to tweet. But then, not even a half hour, 40 minutes in, I gave up. And really, this should be just an episode I give no grade to. But I'm giving it a grade. Because just reading the results from this episode of Raw just shows how much of a dumpster fire the show was. This show was awful. Nothing mattered on this show. Nothing made any freaking sense. This was an almost dead rock bottom, just awful show. It pretty much was. I almost gave it an F. I almost did. Felt like it wasn't the worst episode of Raw I've seen, but it's definitely one of the worst. This show was awful. Nothing mattered. What did the show do for the Royal Rumble? I felt nothing. Watching Raw, it doesn't even feel like Royal Rumble season. It doesn't. Or in just one, lopsided match that we knew who was going to win happened to have someone maybe get into the Royal Rumble against someone who's already in the Royal Rumble match. So, let's just talk about Raw. Well, first, let's check the people I would rather talk about is the live chat. We've got Mark. What's up, Mark? Other than Raw, I'm pretty good. He also thought Raw was weird because there seemed to be a lot of people missing. For example, the Women's Champion, the Tag Team Champions, Ricochet, and Kofi Kingston. I wonder why. Could it possibly be for the same reasons that Drew McIntyre was not able to be at Raw last night? Could it be? Could it be? Could it be? Because apparently Drew McIntyre is the only person in WWE who has the guts to admit there's a pandemic going on right now. And acknowledges it. And proper protocols. We'll talk about that segment when we get to it. Mr. Q the Music. Vince never learns. Another boring and forgettable show. I can't see if people are actually defending this. Probably are some. And if they enjoyed it, all power to them. But I myself just... Again, I gave up. I'll tell you when I gave up on this show. I also find it weird that they went missing when the WWE Champion tested positive, right? And Matt Riddle got squashed so bad, I knew it would come a mile away and Raw boring. Yes, of course that all is true. Because you guys are all genius. That's why I like you all. That's why I love you all in my live chats. So let's just breeze through the show. Talk about it. Just talk about the little ditty things that happened on the show that didn't matter and didn't make any sense. That literally did nothing for anybody. Just a waste of 3 hours of all our times. So the show starts off. So originally, we all know that the main event of this episode of Raw was originally supposed to be Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton for the upteenth million time we've seen since the summer. So I was looking forward to that match. But then we get breaking news that Drew McIntyre has tested positive for the virus. Now apparently, I think from what he said in the promo that he cut announcing it, that I don't think he said he had symptoms, but he just tested positive. It doesn't sound like he has that threatening of a case right now. But obviously, because he tested positive, he's in quarantine. But based off the promos and everything else, he accepted Goldberg's challenge for the Royal Rumble. We got a hype video for Goldberg. It looks like that he's probably going to be able to be at Rumble still. So, he's not being stripped of the championship, thank God. But I hope to God he does not drop the title to Goldberg. Again, that's what I'm going to continue to say, because once again, after what happened last year, I do not trust this match at all between Goldberg and Drew McIntyre. So that's all we got based off for McIntyre. So how do we replace Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton? Oh, let's make a phone call here really quick. Hey, my good old son-in-law Hunter. Want to come back and reminisce the old days? Have a fight with Randy Orton. Because everybody loves to see nostalgia. If they see you're on the show, they'll come running back. Just like I know they'll do for the smallest little things. That's right. Triple H showed up on Raw. And for what reason? Absolutely no reason. He came out, well, first, the only thing Triple H really did, he acknowledged the fact that he acknowledged the fact that there's piped in noises and that the crowd is not real. So good for you, Hunter. But Orton came out basically, because of what happened with Drew. Orton's then saying, do the right thing, just give Orton the title, and Triple H is like, no, you can do that when you win the Royal Rumble. But then Triple H questions Orton, why has he been threatening, and he made a bunch of legends, and he called him a no-good pick. And then Orton gets mad at this comment and challenges Triple H to a fight, to which Triple H refuses until Orton decides to insult Triple H by the normal insult was, I guess you left your balls in your wife's purse. Like, how many freaking times have we heard that? And it does nothing. It pisses Triple H off, and Triple H accepts and punches Randy Orton in the face. At least it wasn't as bad as that cheap shot he gave to Kurt Angle in 2018. Yeah, remember that stupid cheap shot? Boy, yeah, that was so dumb. So yeah, Triple H accepts. We're going to be getting a fight, not a match, a fight between Randy Orton and Triple H in the main event. Whoop-dee-doo. Two old legends, Hall of Famers, or future Hall of Famers in Orton, because Triple H is already Hall of Famer with DX, going at it in the main event. And for what reasons? None. And then we have... Here's where I slowly reached for the remote. We had Vince's one favorite blonde and Vince's other favorite blonde go head to head. Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans. And for the second week in a row, Ric Flair costed his own daughter the match, and Lacey Evans pins Charlotte Flair. Lacey goes walking off with Rick. Rick's like saying stuff like, nobody wants you here, nobody wants you here, to his own daughter. And then backstage, Lacey and Rick, the Nature Boy, are walking away, and all Lacey Evans says, I'll see you back at the hotel or something. I'm like, what the no? So let me go with this straight. This is, as I've been continuing to say, since, of course, Vince now has full control of the crowds because he loves control. He loves the power. Vince McMahon decided to take it even further and having Charlotte Flair be shoved down our throats as a babyface, because they're doing these things that you can tell it's Vince forcing us to accept Charlotte Flair as a babyface. And I'm sorry, I love Charlotte Flair, awesome wrestler. She's not a babyface. And then there's Lacey Evans, the upcoming blonde that Vince desperately wishes it was, the Attitude Era once again, so he can book himself in a romance storyline with her. So what he does? He has her now being smitten with the Nature Boy. I don't even want to talk more further than that one because it's going to make me sick. So we have that. And then we have Keith Lee, Sheamus, backstage, talking things out. Miz and Morrison take advantage of the fact that, and they're screaming out every 2 seconds, correct! Correct! I'm Mr. Money in the Bank because John Morrison cashed in the briefcase and not me! And I'm Mr. If I hear Miz and Morrison one more time go, correct! I'm turning my TV off, or I'm throwing my arm, they are driving me insane. I'm to the point where I want to flip out, just like I did at Noam Dar and Alicia Fox in 2016. Correct! When you just shut the hell up! Miz is literally being booked like Baron Corbin and John Morrison. Stupid, and just, they have the get the hell off my TV type of heat. But the get the hell off my TV type of heat is what Vince wants for a possible future world champion. And that's not the freaking Miz. Again, I praise the Miz for the past few years of the truth that comes in his promos. And every time lately they've had some type of truth in any promos, I get my hopes up that they're actually making it right with the Miz. Instead, they're not. They're making him into another comedy gagging heel, and John Morrison his dumbass sidekick. Again, John, why did you come back? Why? Because of money? Correct! So they're challenging Keith Lee and Sheamus to a match. We'll get to that shortly. Here's where I gave up on the show completely. We have Jeff Hardy come out, and he is about to have a match with Elias. That dumb feud's been reunited again for no reason. Yes, Jeff Hardy and Elias feuded because Elias still believes that Jeff Hardy was the one who hit him in that accident over the summer, when it was clear as day, already established, it was not Jeff Hardy, it was Sheamus. But no, Elias comes out, my thumb's broken, I can't wrestle tonight. So Jeff Hardy wrestles Jackson Riker, who I still don't understand, and he rolls up Jeff Hardy in less than a minute with a schoolboy pin. Jeff Hardy again losing after WWE realizes they don't have to kiss his ass anymore to get him to re-sign and not go to AEW. But afterwards, here's the first of, let's have people have 2 matches. As Jeff Hardy says, Elias, I know you're not hurt, get in the ring. And Elias is like, okay, fine. And tells Jackson Riker, do not help me. Jeff Hardy beats Elias, and then Elias is yelling at Jackson Riker, why didn't you help me? Because you said not to. And this is where I basically toned out of the show. I'm like, I'm done. Pull out my phone, did other things, pull out my laptop, and try to do other stuff on my computer. Because I was done wasting my time with Raw at this point, paying any attention. This did nothing. It did absolutely nothing, just like everything else on the way down. Keith Lee and Sheamus beat The Miz and Morrison, but then after that, they're fine, they're shaking hands, fist bumping, they're all cool. We come back from a commercial, and they're wrestling in a match! So, what happened there? Keith Lee then defeats Sheamus in the match, and then they're cool, get hugging out, and it's like, this doesn't make... What was the point of doing 2 matches in a row again with Keith Lee and Sheamus? Already giving Keith Lee 2 wins on Raw, which was nice to see, especially after coming off a strong performance against the champion last week. But what's the point? There was just filling in time because these matches did nothing except give Keith Lee wins. But we're not done with that yet. No. We have some other dumb segment with Riddle and the Lucha House Party where he's talking about pizza or something. I don't know. Once again, just another stupid scripted promo that literally they're doing slowly to make Matt Riddle so uncool. But he has a U.S. title match in a little bit against Bobby Lashley. And then T-Bar defeated Xavier Woods, just like that. And then we have Bobby Lashley versus Matt Riddle. So last week on Raw, Matt Riddle won because the referee was distracted while he was tapping out, and then he did a roll-up on Bobby Lashley to pin him. So that's why Matt Riddle's getting his championship match. Well, this time, Bobby Lashley beats the holy hell out of Matt Riddle and squashes him. And then after the match, get back to wrestling more than once for no reason. After the match, Matt Riddle for no reason challenges MVP, and Bobby Lashley still interferes. And Matt Riddle gets beaten down 2-on-1. So, how did that put over Matt Riddle? What did that do to anybody? Nothing. So, we've had 3 situations on this show. Jeff Hardy, Keith Lee and Sheamus, and Matt Riddle, where they wrestled 2 matches. Other than maybe Keith Lee getting 2 wins could have benefited a little bit, what did any of that do? Maybe nobody looked good. It was 50-50 booking for Jeff Hardy and Elias and Jackson Riker. At least Keith Lee got 2 wins. But then this here, it just made Matt Riddle look even more like a joke. So we have that. Then we have AJ Styles backstage talking with Adam Pearce. Drew Gulak wants to enter the Rumble, but Pearce makes Gulak wrestle Styles to qualify. But nope, of course, AJ Styles beats him. We all know what's going to happen. Keith Lee then has a backstage promo with Triple H, basically trying to let him handle Orton, but Triple H is like, nope, I got this. I'll come clean and clear up the mess that Orton has created. And then Nia Jax, and Shayna Baszler, who now have a Titantron together. They're not separated anytime soon. Why are they still a team? Who freaking knows? And especially it's hurting Shayna Baszler, because she's played backup and second fiddle to Nia Jax. Shayna Baszler should be women protected in this tag team, not Nia Jax. And also, why are they still a team? And where's Asuka? Asuka has been on the show, I don't even know how long. When was the last time Asuka even had a worthy challenger? And I'm not talking about Lana. Why is she feuding with, Shayna Baszler? Why hasn't that feud happened yet? I mean, when Naomi comes back, maybe Naomi and Asuka. Maybe Asuka and Rhea Ripley. I don't know, something for Asuka to do? Because I don't blame Asuka for having nothing to do. It's not her fault. Asuka and Peyton Royce? Where's that single push for Peyton Royce? Oh, I'm sorry. She's now playing backseat to Lacey Evans because she has to get the sexy exposure on live TV. Screw that. But yeah, Shayna and Nia defeated Dana Brooke and Mandy Rose for the millionth time. And then we have the main event fight between Triple H and Randy Orton. No referee, just these two got into a ring and started to fight. They threw a couple punches, and Triple H goes for the sledgehammer. He gets in the ring, and then some of the lights start to go out, obviously symbolizing something fiendish. And then Triple H had the sledgehammer out of the shot. He raises it back up as the rest of the lights go out. And his sledgehammer that he was about to attack Randy Orton with is on fire. So he has a flaming sledgehammer. Lights go out. Come back on. Triple H is gone. Don't know where he went. Randy Orton's in the ring. And they start playing like a very, messed up, warped out version of the Firefly Funhouse song. Turns around, and it's Alexa Bliss for the first time in 2 weeks since Randy Orton almost burned Alexa Bliss like he burned The Fiend. Alexa is just standing there. She puts up her one hand underneath her jaw. BAM! Shoots out a fireball into Randy Orton's eyes. And Orton's just like, ah, my eyes, my eyes, it's in my face, my eyes. And we go off the air. And I was just, which I fell asleep during the last portion of Raw. Because like I said, after the Jeff Hardy and Elias and Jackson Ryker stuff, I was done. I toned out, I didn't pay attention. So even reading over all that, what got hyped for Rumble? What got accomplished on this show? Nothing. Only winner on tonight's show was, maybe Keith Lee with the 2 victories, and Ric Flair getting Lacey Evans into the hotel room with them. Meet me at the hotel room. Whoa! No, I'm not going there. That was Raw. I gave it a D-. A D-. Horrible show. Absolutely horrible. So yeah, there you have it. Blow my nose. I'm going to upload the next part of my Harry Potter Let's Play, and then last night, while I was not paying attention to Raw, I started making some of my lists for those streams I wanted to do. And I'm going to do one of them tonight, probably. Grab a couple little graphics, throw in there, but I'll do it tonight. We're going to talk about NXT from 2020 and what happened with NXT. So let's check the live chat first, go off the air here, and I take a little bit of a break and blow my nose. This is why we should be in charge of WWE. We actually have good ideas. Exactly. And that's Vince, we all know. I wish the old guys would stop coming back and try reliving their glory days, because they're done. Literally, them coming back does nothing. Just a bunch of old hags that anything try to do on live TV is just going to embarrass them. Embarrass their legacy. It's just like, that extra sequel that's going to kill the franchise. Basically. Is Randy Orton's eyeball really out with the fire flames that happened and didn't raise one time about Triple H's? Yes, exactly. Would have been good because my mom watched her all with me. Oh, she watched Raw for the first time. I am so sorry. Asuka was booked as a badass on NXT, but it's sad the way she's being booked now. This is why Vince needs to stay away from the NXT roster. Also, Asuka's coming on live TV, just going, oh yeah, starts dancing like a fairy. I'm pretty sure I would love to see Vince with Asuka. I'm pretty sure he would start dancing like how Asuka does whenever she comes onto TV. I bet you he would. And Mark gave Raw an F. I gave it a D-. I was this close to giving it an F, but didn't feel like it was quite F. Yeah, I gave it a D-. But I gotta blow my nose, guys, so I'm gonna step out and prepare for the other stream happening tonight. So that was Raw. What are your thoughts on Raw? D-. Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. Make sure as always to slap a like on the video. Subscribe or comment to my channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAirborne93. Guys, again, I'll be back up here in a little bit for a special stream involving NXT and what happened in 2020. So that being said, guys, I'll check it out. I'll see y'all soon. Peace out, everybody.